but I fucked it up. We'll get good clips from here, though.
Legend. It's all right, bro. It's not the end of the world.
Oh, so you guys aren't going to see video for the first part of this. I forgot to turn the camera on. Shout out to Giannis.
All
right.
Must be your first time here.
Yeah, rookie mistakes. All right. I do want to ask you a couple things, though, before we, leave the finals. 2 things. First, how do you think we're going to remember this season? And did the right team win the championship? 2-parter. So I answered the first one first.
What was the first question?
How do you think we're going to remember this championship?
The championship. 2 teams obviously got there by default. It is what it is. There was injuries involved. So, I mean, they were the better teams remaining, and they took advantage of that. And
they were the healthiest.
Yeah, they were the healthiest, exactly. The best ability is availability, like we say.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to give them credit for that. The Suns, I don't know where they go from here, bro.
I'm laughing because I can't believe I didn't turn the camera on.
That was pretty
terrible.
funny. I saw the lens too. I should have said something, but I thought maybe, I don't know. I thought you were doing some other shit. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I thought you were doing. The Bucks. A lot of people are gonna hate on the Bucks because of the Kyrie injury, and it happened against them too.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis, however you want to say, didn't give him room to land or whatever. You have Nets fans making excuses or whatever.
Right.
Bring that up. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I feel good that they won. It was a different team. It was exciting to see 2 teams that haven't been there in ever, a really long. Well, the Bucks it was ever, and the Suns in
the 90s
with Barkley.
Barkley, yeah. 0-3 now in the finals in their history.
The Suns.
The Suns, yeah, and this is the first one in 50 years for the Bucks.
Oh, I got something for you. That's the second Milwaukee team that took Devin Booker out from winning a championship. In college, when he was at
Frank Kaminsky,
Kentucky,
Sam
Frank
Decker,
Kaminsky, his teammate Frank Kaminsky,
at
Wisconsin, played
wow,
in the Final
I like
Four
that. That's dope.
and
Yeah,
took
that's
them
right.
out.
I had bet
And
big
now-
money on Wisconsin that year.
Yeah. Well, Kentucky was the clear.
I know, yeah.
They had
That's when they
studs
had
everywhere. That
Cauley Stein, Towns,
Carl Anthony Towns.
your boy Ulis, right?
Yeah, yeah. They had studs, bro. That was probably one of the best college teams ever.
What were the twins' names? Jones, something Jones, right?
No, Harrison. I forget their first names.
But what happened to them? I know they had
they had stints in the G League and overseas. They're great
but
ball players.
one I remember playing on those
They both
Grizzlies
played
teams.
in the NBA. One of them played on the Hornets, I think, and another one played on FanDuel. I remember I played them a couple times. The minimum and stuff.
That's
it's crazy how you keep up with that because of stuff like that. But
Yeah, man.
the Harrison twins. That's what I called them. I don't remember their names.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the second time the Milwaukee team took him out from getting a championship.
Wow. I think you're right, though. I think people are going to be remembering this season for all the injuries, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was a lot. The quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. You get a rolled ankle, the thing that happened to Kyrie. That's not because of the quick turnaround. You get something like Kawhi, maybe because he was getting load managed, he always does or whatever. He played a lot more, though, but still, it was a quick turnaround. So,
Yeah.
a lot of these guys' bodies were playing a lot sooner than expected. These are NBA vets
Yeah.
that had to come,
So I think just to push back a little bit, I think the ACLs, that I don't think you could really put on the short turnaround.
You could make an argument for it.
You could, but
more mileage in a shorter time span.
Right. My thing is, I think the short turnaround affected the hamstring, groins, back pulls, calves.
Right.
What happened to AD, I think that was direct correlation to there being a shortened season.
And he just made a glass too.
Right. There's that also. But I think this championship is going to be remembered for the injuries and also me personally, again, it's perspective is everything. I was saying that the Bucks were going to win the title from April. And the biggest reason why was Drew Holiday being in that fold.
It's a huge pickup.
And also, it just felt like this team has been elite. The last 3 years, they've been a really good team. The only thing they haven't had is the championship, right?
Yeah.
So if you go back to when Toronto beats them, they're up 2-0 on Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And they go into overtime. Giannis fouls out. Toronto beats them in OT. Then they beat them 4 straight, right? So, and they were the 1 seed,
It's a
right?
great series.
I remember that game vividly. There was a shot at the buzzer that trickled out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So potentially you're looking at you going up 3-0, you win that series. Who knows what happens in the finals when you play Golden State, right? Obviously,
That was without Drew Holiday.
right. This is without Drew Holiday. The next year, they're the 1 seed, and then it's the bubble, right? So Miami catches fire. Milwaukee, they're building that wall against Giannis. He can't get by it. No Drew Holiday. This year, you add Drew Holiday.
And
you had, like, DiVincenzo played really well for them. I know he didn't play. Sucks for him. Like, he gets a ring, but I would personally feel like, yo, I didn't really do much.
he was a starter, though.
I know.
He was a
But I'm
huge
saying, like,
part.
in the playoffs, he didn't
Oh,
get to
yeah,
play.
yeah,
You know,
right,
he got
right.
hurt either in the first or second game with the Heat.
Yeah, fuck, they give me my ring. Are you nuts? They started. You're not gonna accept it. It happens. It's not his. He didn't purposely get injured. It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Give me
I'd
that
probably
fucking
get that
ring.
shit
he
for
He
sure.
would never. Are you crazy? He'll probably never get one again.
Yeah. Well, I want to get to that in a second. So then, you know, you're looking at this team. Like, this team has put together a very elite, historic 3-year run in the East.
So they're elite. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, finish.
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying.
So then, like, for me, I really thought that even if everyone was healthy, I know I was giving them out as, like, from a betting perspective. Shout out to my guy, DG. He's a Patreon member. He showed me his ticket. He bet them back
Smart
in,
man.
like, or late March at, like, 10 or 12 to 1,
Fire.
which is when I was giving it out, too, because it just felt like there's a big difference, and people don't understand that.
I like your
and
shirt,
I think
by the way.
you know about the Poker Star story, right?
I don't. Finish your, and then I want to hear about it.
So people don't understand, and maybe because sports betting is still new to a lot of people and to the limelight, there's a difference between who you think is going to win and what the right bet is. And what the right bet is, or the value bet
And
is.
the right time too, of course.
Yeah, and the right time, right? Like, there's certain spots throughout the year where you could find a good number on a team that has a realistic chance to win. That's why when I was saying Milwaukee at 10 to 1, like, that's the team I would bet on. I had money on Lakers Nets to be the finals.
Of course.
That blew up in my face,
Next year.
but the bet to make was the Bucks
Uh-huh.
at the time when I was giving it
Before
out.
before that net trade happened, because when the net trade happened, obviously they
They became
clear
a heavy
favorite,
favorite.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, absolutely. And that Drew signing, in my opinion, after this finals, put them in contention or to be considered or classified as a super team, in my humble opinion.